Everyone talks about 400 Svarim. But the truth is that when he gave a list of, he ended up giving a list also. So according to this, there was over 500 Svarim that was taken. He managed to sell a little bit more than 100 Svarim. And then they went to court and they got a ruling from the court that he should turn it over to a storage that belonged to, that the court assigned. So that stopped him from selling further. From the 100 Svarim or so that he got, almost all of them came back, except a few. Now the reason that a few didn't come back, there's a reason behind it also. The reason is as follows. Number one, this mice of taking Svarim went on a long time. Went on, I think, about a year or 2 years, till they caught on to it. And during the time he sold Svarim long ago, before the whole tumor became so. Not all the Svarim was such Yikara Metziasim. So, Lamashal, once they had the list, there's Svarim that what was in the Rebbe's library was only one copy or two copies, and the Svarim that there was many copies around, and there's no way to know what was from the library, because I had said before, there's no stamp in the Svarim to who the Svarim belong. So there's a few Svarim that did not come back at the time that they got back to the Svarim. Maybe today, maybe something came back more. I don't know.
Say few, you mean just a few, like on the count of the fingers?
There's like I don't know. Let's say 10 Svarim didn't come back from the 100 and something. So
What about
They made him pay
the entire 35 years?
hmm?
Does anybody have any way of knowing that he didn't take out Svarim then?
I told you he gave a list.
No, that was
Whatever he didn't sell was taken, put away in the storage. He had to give it over.
No, but what about 10, 15 years earlier?
I don't know. There was a whole mice with 11 Svarim that are on the Rebbe's desk.
Yeah.
That he timed it, that it was given to him a present.
When, before, years ago?
And he said his grandmother gave it to him a present. And so he didn't want to give it back, but then there was a whole thing in the court right afterwards that they made a deal with him and he gave that back.
Did you have to give back all the money he made?
That's some Chassidim want to make a third Yom Tov which doesn't exist. I'll explain you what I mean. There's someone asked me why I don't mention it in this little booklet that I made on Teves5. So I have the court rulings. Besides the whole story that I'm telling parts of it now, I have the court rulings, and I have also the ruling from the judge, and also the ruling from the appeals court. Very interesting ruling, very, very interesting footnotes there about Maimon and everything. It's mamish, it's history of Lubavitch, how Lubavitch ran. So somebody did write up a book, and some people are celebrating the third victory, that the Rebbe didn't have to testify. Okay? The truth of the Maaseh,
You Gimel Kislev.
Okay, the truth of the Maaseh is, from my knowledge, that was far from a victory. What do you mean it was far from a victory? What happened was, he got made, from his sale that he sold Svarim, he made $160-something thousand. $1,000. It cost Lubavitch over $400,000 because they paid back what the people, the last buyer, paid for it. So it cost Lubavitch over $400,000 to get back. So after everything was over, some people in Lubavitch, I don't want to say hotheads, some people in Lubavitch decided that they're going to sue him for the money, for the $400,000. When they went to sue him for the money, what he went and he countersued Lubavitch. Why did he countersue Lubavitch? He claimed, they countersued the Rebbe actually. He claimed there was a Maisa with a Bacha went upstairs to the third floor, and when she opened the door, he punched her and he broke her nose. And they tined, their lawyers tined that this is the fault of the Rebbe, that the Rebbe incited his people, and by him inciting the people, that's why this happened. So they wanted, the judge was upset. The judge said, I gave you a library that's worth $40 million, and now you're suing him for $400,000. He didn't like the idea. Now that they came with this suit, a suit against the Rebbe, not only was it supposed to be a suit against the Rebbe, but then they said that they want to depose the Rebbe. The judge said before, when they wanted to depose the Rebbe, so he saw no reason why they could depose the Rebbe. But he said now, being that the Rebbe is a part of the suit over here, he sees no reason why they can't depose the Rebbe. So this, the people that wanted to make the suit got frightened that it's going to happen. And the Mela, they ran and they made with him a settlement. The settlement was that before that Shak passed away, they had someone had to make a tzavor. And according to the tzavor, he was supposed to give everything he has to Aguch. So Mela, they said that he knew his father had money, and why should Aguch take it over? So they gave him back his father's money, and he in turn gave back the svarim that he took from the desk, which he tiny that was given to him as a gift, and Mela, the whole court case was dropped.
You mean the second time they wanted to depose the Rebbe?
Yeah, in this case.
Yeah.
But why did he have to concede with anything of even giving back the gift that his mother gave him?
It was a settlement.
But they were frightened, so why did he have to concede in any? Why did he have to give anything in?
No, you know,
Something else lost.
he wanted to get the money from
Yeah, so that's how they calmed him down. Because he was going to depose the Rebbe, so the only way they were going to...
Which time was it?
by giving him money.
Stop being ideological, it's money.
Yeah. Yes, so why did
They gave him the money, he wanted to get the money. He doesn't care about all the rest.
They told the judge, I heard, that they can't depose the Rebbe. The Rebbe has a certain heart condition that extreme stress